Liberians have been voting to pick a new president in a runoff vote between Vice President Joseph Boakai and former international footballer George Weah. Mr. Weah, 51, won the first round, but did not secure the required 50% of the vote for an outright victory. Legal challenges delayed the vote to replace Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Africa's first elected female president. Turnout seems to have been low, but the result is expected to lead to the first smooth transfer of power in 73 years. More than 2 million people were eligible to cast their ballots in the nation of 4.6 million people, founded by freed U.S. slaves in the 19th century. The result is expected later this week. The contest between Mr. Boakai and former top-flight footballer Mr. Weah has been a stop-start exercise beset with legal wrangling. Mr. Boakai, 73, has been Liberia's vice president for 12 years but does not seem to enjoy the support of his boss. "This is a great day because it is a test of democracy," he said after casting his vote. Mr. Weah is hoping that it will be third time lucky. The former AC Milan and Paris Saint-Germain player defeated Ms. Johnson Sirleaf in the first round in 2005 but lost to her in the subsequent runoff. In the following elections runoff, in 2011, when he ran as a running mate to the opposition candidate, his coalition boycotted the vote, citing irregularities. By Umaru Fofana, BBC News, Monrovia. I went to a polling station in a school in Painesville, outside the capital Monrovia, during the first round of the election. It was bustling with long queues of voters who patiently waited to cast their ballots. This time, though, they are coming in trickles. It is the same at other polling stations across the capital. And it is not clear why. Observers say the apparent low turnout could be a result of the legal challenges that delayed the runoff vote, and meant that the campaigning was very brief. There was some hope though that more voters could turn up at polling stations in the final hours of voting. A representative for the opposition Liberty Party, Charles Brumskine, who came third in October's first round, challenged the result, saying it had been marred by massive fraud and irregularities. But earlier this month the Supreme Court ruled that evidence of fraud was insufficient to merit a rerun of the opening round, and the runoff, originally due on November 7, was announced. Weah supporters had alleged some ballot rigging, although there was no immediate official confirmation. George Weah himself said, after casting his vote, the election had been peaceful and good. Good luck Jonathan, the former Nigerian president, who is an observer at the election, told the BBC he was certain it would be free and fair despite some challenges. Ms. Johnson Sirleaf praised a violence-free electoral process, saying the ballot box has replaced bullets and electoral disputes are settled through the courts. This will be the first time for many generations that Liberians witness a transfer of power from one elected leader to another. Ms. Sirleaf took office in 2006, after her predecessor, Charles Taylor, was forced out by rebels in 2003, ending a long civil war.